What's up guys, I'm back with another video. This time I'm gonna show you a cool UK Garage bass sound that I made in Serum. I was just messing around with a UK Garage idea. So yeah, I'm gonna show you the results. So let's get into the video. Okay, so this is the bass sound that I just created. It's like a really plucky bass, but I just think it works really well with this small beat idea that I just made, so have a listen to everything. By the way, all of the drums and the synth are from my sample pack called LÄMMERFYRs House Package Volume 1. You can check it out via the link in the description down below. So let's go back into the bass line. So when I'm creating UK Garage style bass lines, the first thing is obviously the sound that I'm looking for, but it's also the MIDI pattern that's really important. So this is actually a MIDI pattern that I also made for the LÄMMERFYRs House Package Volume 1. But if you zoom into the MIDI pattern, you can see that I have put some of the notes off the grid, so they give this kind of shuffly feel to the sound. It just gives a little bit more swing and vibe in my opinion. And then it's a matter of finding notes that kind of works well together with the drum beats that you're gonna make. So if we just solo the bass line and the kick drum and the clap, we have this. And to me, this just works really well. They just fit well together. And what I did like with the bass and the kick is that I sent the kick into the bassline channel in FL Studio. Then I pulled up the Fruity limiter, which is just acting as a sidechain trigger input. So you can see the kick drum is ducking down the bass line just to make room for the kick drum, and it just gives it like that really like bouncy kind of vibe. So it's a really important thing when you're choosing sounds. They have to work well together, obviously. So let's jump back into the bass line preset. So it's done in Serum, obviously, and what I wanted to do is that I wanted to go for like a square wave. So I'm using the basic world and putting up the wavetable position all the way up. Then I'm putting up the unison, so we get a little bit of like detuned spread to the voicing. Let me just pull off the filter so you can hear a little bit better. And if you're on headphones or really good speakers, you can actually hear that the sound is moving in like from left to right. And that is, I believe, is because we have the random phase on. So this wavetable is changing a little bit like with the phase. So it's a really great way to add some move and variation to your sounds. And what I did with the oscillator B is that I just selected a really standard sine wave, put it down -2 octave, and then I put the random phase all the way down because I don't want this phase to change. I just want to have a constant phase because this is acting as the really sub of the bass. So it's just have a really like cool punch to it. Only like unison 1, and yeah. And then the oscillator A and B is being routed into the filter, and it's a MG low 24 filter. And I put the cutoff way down. And then if we go to the envelopes, I have envelope 2, which are doing like this really short envelope modulation to the low pass filter. So we get like this plucky sound. And where the magic happens here is that I have added some drive to the filter and also this fat knob. And it's just to basically drive up the sound a little bit more, adding some upper harmonics to the sound and just basically make the sound a little more dirtier. And then I added a little bit of the noise oscillator just to add a little bit of transient stuff to the sound. And I'm also using envelope 2 to modulate the level. So this is basically acting as an amplitude envelope, I think it's called. So this is like going up in the same shape of envelope 2. So it's also like just a really short sound. If you just put off the filter, so it's just this sound. But it's a great way to add some transient to the bass. So put back the filter here. So you might notice that I have the sub oscillator, but I'm actually using this as a macro effect that you can blend in a third oscillator. So I put this up to +3 in octave and then choosing the triangle wave table. So if we play the bass, and I have added it to this third macro down here. So we're blending in the volume. So we get this really like dirty, almost kind of signature UK garage tone to it. And you can just use this macro knob here just to control when you want it. You could actually have this play as is without the sub or the extra oscillator for like the first part of a drop. And then for the second part of a drop, you can actually just use an automation clip and just put this up. Just to make some changes. So I have also added some effects to the sound. What I like to use for like adding gritty basses is to use the distortion effect in Serum. So I've added the sine shaper. But what I've actually done is that afterwards I have put up a filter again. And this is done just to control all of these like upper harmonics that this drive element is gonna introduce to the bass. So just to control it a little bit more, I can try to put off the filter in here. So it's just a matter of like controlling those upper frequencies, which I don't want to have in the sound. So I've just added like this MG Low 6 filter. And for the cutoff, I have actually used the same envelope modulation, the envelope 2, as I did with the filter in here. And then I added a little bit of chorus. I added an EQ with a low end shelf, just like 2.5 dB boost. So it just gives a little bit like bump in the lower end of the sound. And then a compressor, which is actually acting as a limiter. So if you turn up the ratio all the way, you actually turn this compressor into a limiter. And yeah, that's actually it for the effects. When I'm adding all of this stuff, I'm always paying attention to the master level. So it's not going into the red area, because then we're obviously introducing some digital clipping, which can be a little bit annoying to the sound. So that's actually it for the sound. It's a rather basic sound, but it just fits the vibe really well. So what I have done here is that I have added some macros. I have added a drive macro. So just adding this to the drive knob of the filter and also the drive knob of the distortion component in the effects section. So it just adds a little bit extra grit to the sound. Next I have like a filter macro. So just opening up the filter. And together with the drive. So it's a really great way to add like some changes to the bass over time. And then, yeah, I've told about the third oscillator that you can add with the sub oscillator. And then I have like a detune knob just to detune this oscillator A. Just putting them a little bit out of tune. Yeah, so basically that's it for the bass sound. I just think this was really, really nice, and it's a really awesome bass that just added a really nice vibe to this like small UK garage beat idea that I just made. So yeah, let's just have another listen to the bass together with the beat idea, and yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. And if you want to get your hands on this preset, you can get it on my membership site, along with a lot of other presets and sample packs. You can check it out via the link in the description down below. So yeah, enjoy. Okay guys, that was it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a little bit short this time, but I just wanted to show you what I came up with using this like bass sound in this UK garage idea. So yeah, if you liked the video, it means so much to me if you smash that like button or even subscribe to the channel. If you're looking for some extra sound inspiration, I have a lot of sample packs and preset packs on my web shop. You can check them out. The link is in the description down below. So I hope to see you in the next video. Take care. Peace.